And prestige here, okay, prestige is only a subset of social status. Okay, I hope you can see the difference between status and also prestige. Okay, prestige is measured based on ownership of wealth. Status just now, we did not mention about the ownership of wealth. Okay, status is given to those who has distinguished themselves in non-material fields of endeavour. Okay, for example, in terms of academics or religion. Okay, a millionaire who sports a Rolex, drives a Ferrari, okay, and lives in a country villa is highly prestigious. Okay, on the other hand, people with considerable less material possessions may command very high status, even they are not wealthy, okay, because of their excellent reputation, okay, in their respective areas of work. Okay, for example, the teachers, imams, okay, the priests, rabbis, okay, professors, okay, the government servers, judges, okay. So you can see the difference between status and also prestige. The meaning of status depends on which part of the world, okay, you happen to find yourself in. Okay, in Eastern societies, status is proportional to one's age. The older one is, the more respect one commands. Okay, in Western societies, however, one tends to lose status when one retires and becomes a senior citizen. So we can see the difference, okay, from one society to the other society about the concept of status. Okay, now let us see what are the types of societies. Okay, so when we discuss about stratifications in societies, then we need to know what are the types of societies. Okay, according to Morton Fried, okay, an anthropologist, okay, he distinguished three types of society, okay, which is based on how they are stratified. These societies include, the first one, egalitarian societies, second, ranked societies, and the third one is stratified societies. Okay, let us go through one by one. The first one, egalitarian society. Okay, so you remember you already come across this term before. Okay, we have learned what egalitarian is all about. In this egalitarian society, all individuals would enjoy more or less the same degree, okay, in terms of their wealth, power, and also status, meaning that everyone is considered as equal. Okay, as such, social inequalities are practically non-existent in egalitarian societies. Okay, remember when we discussed about the hunting and gathering societies, okay, in our previous tutorials, okay, the societies like hunting and gathering, the pastoralists. Okay, we also discussed about the social control, okay, the political, the types of political organization, for example, band and tribal political organizations, okay, whereby those groups of society are egalitarian in nature. Okay, the second one, ranked society. Okay, what is ranked society? It is related to distributions of wealth and power, which is equal, but okay, unlike egalitarian societies, some individuals may command more prestige, status, and rank. Okay, so in these societies, it is not just anybody may hold high status positions. Okay, so usually these positions will be inherited by those from aristocracy. Okay, so when one is not appointed to be leader, one is not appointed to be a leader based on their ability, but because they inherit the post. Okay, so it is not based on their ability, it is not based on their skill or wisdom. Okay, but one may becomes a leader by virtue of one's ancestry. Okay, so although the leaders of ranked societies may enjoy a higher status and certain privileges, they are not necessarily richer than others. Okay, so remember I mentioned about the Nootka British, okay, the Nootka in British Columbia. Okay, so Nootka men with high status will be ornately dressed compared to those of lower status. Okay, so it shows their difference from the people at large. Okay, but unlike the Westerners, the more wealth is given, okay, the more status Anutka gains. Okay, and then the third one, the stratified society. Individuals and groups in stratified societies can be differentiated in terms of status, wealth, lifestyle, political power, and also standard of living. Okay, so inequalities in life chances are often passed down from one generation to another. Okay, so this is unlike the ranked societies, whereby inequalities exist only in terms of status. Okay, but in stratified societies, inequality exists in all forms. Okay, not only in terms of status, but also in terms of wealth, in terms of power. Okay, and these inequalities can be seen from a political, economic, and also from the social angle. Okay, so in these stratified societies, okay, there are two types of stratified society which is based on their level of social mobility. Okay, the first one is based on class system, and the second one is based on caste system. Okay, so the first one on the class system here, okay, whereby it is related to social mobility. Okay, it is really concerns about the social mobility, whereby social mobility is very much alive, okay, in this class system, meaning that there is opportunity, okay, for someone to move, okay, from one status to, okay, one level to the other level, okay, from the low level to high level. Okay, so meaning that an individual can work hard in order to change his lot, okay, or acquiring wealth, power, and prestige along the way. Okay, so what we can understand with social mobility here, it is referring from movement from one class to another, okay, or more usually status group to another. Okay, and we also can mention social mobility as the ability to change, okay, to change the social status. Okay, the possibility for people in a society to change their class or social status within their lifetimes. In modern society, okay, even an individual is born in poverty, but still they have opportunity to be rich. Okay, but on the other hand, it is not impossible for millionaire sons, for example, to end his life begging, okay, for scraps in suburban streets. Okay, because this is all about the social mobility. Okay, so this is what is meant by achieve status. Okay, the status achieved by an individual based on his own merit and also qualifications. Okay, so it is due to the human being's effort. When we discuss about class system, the class system usually consists of capitalist middle class, okay, upper middle class, working class, and also underclass. Okay, let us review one by one. The first one, capitalist middle class. Okay, what is capitalist middle class? I believe that from the term capitalist, you may have basic idea. Okay, what is capitalist middle class? This class consists of wealthy and affluential families. Okay, for example, let's say the CEO, the chief executive officers, okay, or owners of large and lucrative business. Their wealth is highly dependent on assets like shares, bond, securities, okay, and many types of properties. Because they are the one who control the means of production in society. So they are able to provide jobs for society and determine the fates of the other social classes. Okay, the second one, the upper middle class. Okay, this class consists of professionals, okay, for example, doctors, lawyers, okay, lecturers, okay, or business owners, and those who run the corporations owned by the capitalists. Okay, so you can see the difference from from this upper middle class and also the capitalist middle class. Okay, so for this class, the wealth is mainly generated through a sizable executive income rather than ownership of assets. Okay, so this class is highly educated. Okay, the persons are highly educated, and many of its members, let's say, have the postgraduate degrees. Okay, and even they can afford to send their children to institutions of higher learning. Okay. Okay, and then the other one, the third one, is the middle class group. This class consists of those who work hard for a moderate salary, like small-time entrepreneurs, okay, the teachers, nurses, and the like. Okay, so they enjoy some job security, okay, but are still somewhat affected by inflation and tax. By doubling their efforts, they are able to improve their lot, okay, and they may achieve a higher status in society. Okay, the next one is the working class. Working class here referring to the group that consists of workers who perform routine tasks which require supervision, such as factory workers, clerks, labourers, okay, and the like. So they are usually not highly educated and so are unable to achieve a higher social status. Okay, but if they work hard, okay, they might achieve the other social status. Their livelihood is very much influenced by current economic conditions, and they also may suffer unemployment, okay, in the events of economic recessions. Okay. Okay, the next one